Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And guys, you're with me, Mike Spider Slayer, of course, getting ready to do another comic book review. Now, guys, this is a big comic book week, especially for DC Comics. I mean, you got Batman Zero Year, Part 2, you have Superman Unchained Issue 2, and you have Part 1 of the Trinity War, all from DC Comics. So it's like Marvel kind of gets forgotten this week. But there is one Marvel title that I did just read that is actually pretty damn good, that if you do get a chance to get it, go ahead and read it. And this has to do with Superior Spider-Man issue number 13. Now you're going to say, well, Mike Spider Slayer, you're obviously a Spider-Man fanboy. And yes, I am. And a lot of issues of Spider-Man are obviously pretty good in my opinion. However, this kicks off I guess, Superior Spider Month. And this is a new chapter in Superior Spider-Man. You can say that now Peter Parker is definitely no more. And the first chapter in Otto Octavius's reign of Spider-Man is just ahead of us now. And this was a great read and an ending and a phenomenal ending to an awesome story arc. And I must say that something sad has happened in this issue. So, obviously, our writer of this book is Dan Slott, and our artwork is done by Giuseppe Camoli, or Camacoli. Usually his art tends to be real bulky in here, but it seemed like he went to extra effort here in making the characters a little bit slender, more muscular. Really went into detail into this actual issue when it came to Spider-Man and the Vulture and the main characters in this book. But in the last issue, you got to witness that J. Jonah Jameson said, "Kill Spider Slayer at all costs." And Otto Octavius, Superior Spider-Man, is like, "Okay, I will, J. Jonah. I'll do whatever I can." And basically, in the beginning of this issue, is that you see Smythe, who is known as Spider Slayer, talking to Spider-Man and one of his robots. And he's just saying, "I don't want to deal with you." He's like, "I just want to be free. Just let me go free." And, well, that really doesn't happen. And right away, you see the battle begin. And it's the fight to the death. Now, of course, you're not going to get a death when it comes to Spider-Man. You know Octavius is not going to die. But there is something in this issue that actually threw me for a loop that I didn't think that was going to happen. You get to see the hostages in the actual issue, how the Vulture comes and he tries to deplete a force field that the hostages are taken in. And J. Jonah does a quick battle with the Scorpion. However, Kurt Connors got released in the last issue, and you get to see you get to see the Lizard actually show his true colors, that he is human inside that brain. He has a human brain in that lizard body now. But in this issue, you get to see the demise of the Spider Slayer, and you get to witness that right here. And you're like, "Oh man!" Well, I was like, "Oh man!" I'm like, "I'm dead now. What the hell?" And in this issue, you're thinking, "Oh, that's it. It's over already." And I was kind of like at a letdown, because I'm thinking, okay, the battle's over. Now they're just going to talk some nonsense bullshit. And as the issue goes along, you see all of Spider Slayer's mechanical stuff just fail amongst the Vulture, because he doesn't have the power anymore. And you see the Scorpion's suit fall off, and it's because Spider Slayer is dead, right? Well, no, that's not the case right there. You see a little Slayer bot, and Spider-Man's sense just goes crazy, and he's just like, "Whoa, what the hell?" He's like, back off, everybody." And then the next thing you see is something out of a horror movie. It's like, I'm Spider Slayer. And you get to see it right here. And you're like, "Dude, that's awesome. Freaking Spider Slayer's coming out of the ground, and he pops through the freaking thing. And, and he tries to impale the lizard, and he takes out one of the security guys. And you can see that, like, he's just about to die. His body's all dead, but his conscience is still living. And you get to see that right here, like all his little Slayer bots are just trying to push him up, trying to keep him together. And the next thing you see is Spider-Man going, I'm going to take care of him, and he goes on top of Spider Slayer. Is this something familiar that you've seen before? If you don't want to see this part, it's a major spoiler and issue, and for me, it's what makes the issue. Okay, so what happens is you get to see him fall with Spider Slayer. Spider Slayer goes, no, you fool! This is exactly what I wanted. I want to transfer my consciousness into your body so I can take over your body. And you're like, what the hell is this? You're like, is Spider Slayer going to be a new Superior Spider-Man? I'm like, this would be awesome. And then the next thing you see is he has the metal plating in the back. And he's like, I fooled you, Smythe. He's like, I planned for this. I thought you would do this because you have the intellect just like me. And he's like, I planned for all contingencies. And it fails, and Spider Slayer dies. And I'm like, dude, that'd be awesome if Spider Slayer became the new Spider-Man. Then it'd be all crazy. And then the next thing you find out is Spider-Man saves the day. And let's just say that J. Jonah is holed in blackmail from the Amazing Spider-Man because Spider-Man Superior wants the Raft as his secret headquarters. And you're like, what is this? I was like, oh my god, he has a new hideout now. So now it looks like he's not even going to be in his old lab. He's going to use the Raft as his secret headquarters. And he starts building stuff. And then this begins the next chapter of Superior Spider-Man. It looks like he's going to have a new suit, some vehicles, all kinds of crap. And it's nuts. And let's just say I have a little preview for you guys for the up-and-coming issue for Superior Spider-Man. So it's going to come up right now. So here we go. Just give it a second. And it's from Marvel AR. Here we go.
Next, in Superior Spider-Man number 14, the moment you've been waiting for as Spider-Man invades Shadowland. And when he enters Shadowland, can the Kingpin be far behind? Be right here in 2 weeks, true believers.
That's right, true believers. 2 weeks where you get to see the new Superior Spider-Man costume, and you get to see all the new trickery and gadgets that Superior Spider-Man actually has. And it'll be interesting to see. This was a pretty good book. It kind of just really stood out there for me as a key chapter in Otto Octavius' reign as the new Spider-Man. Again, I'll be interested to see his new suit, his new costume, or his new vehicles, or whatever it is. But it's sad to say that the Spider Slayer is no more. So since you don't have him, you got me, though. So guys, check this one out. Read this one to really appreciate it. And I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. It wasn't perfect. The fight scene was a little short, the main fight scene. And I don't know. I just thought it fell a little bit short of that 5 out of 5 stars. So, and I never thought Superior Spider-Man would have a secret headquarters. But that's Otto Octavius talking, not Peter. So guys, check this one out. 4 out of 5 from me. And this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. And guys, until the next comic book review, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. Take care, everyone.